Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. I've got another video for you today. It's Halloween weekend. Hope you guys went out and did something for Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays. Hopefully, yeah, everybody's having a good weekend. But I've got a video for you, and today is a TTM video. TTM, if you don't know, stands for through the mail. And what I will do is I will take cards and I'll send them to various players, baseball, basketball, hockey, and to a lesser extent football, and with a self-addressed stamped envelope, as well as a letter that's individualized to the person that requests that they sign the cards. Typically they'll just drop the cards back in the mail with the self-addressed stamped envelope, they'll come back within a short amount of time. Some take longer than others. I think some players kind of let them stack up a bit before they go and knock out a whole bunch at a time, but and in this slot, there's definitely some that appear to have done that. But anyway, I'm happy to get them whenever they have time to actually sign them. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with today, I received 3 cards from a catcher who played for the Pirates and the Giants back in the early 80s. This is Steve Nicosia, as you can see here. Got the 81 Topps, 81 Fleer, and 84 Topps when he was on the Giants. He didn't play too long, but he did have a few cards, and he's willing to sign. So he signs for free. So we got his today. Next up is hockey. We've got a player who played for the North Stars in the late 80s, early 90s, Sean Chambers, who is pretty quick in his turnaround as well. These signatures kind of get lost in the hockey fans because there's like black on there, but still look good, and happy to add those to the collection. Next up is a pitcher for the Brewers in the late 80s. And I've seen a lot of people have been hitting up Bill Wegman lately, and he is happy to sign for free. And I had him do an 87, 88, and 89 Topps, which look really cool with his signatures. He also sends with it like as a lot of these guys are like super religious, and they'll send some like religious pamphlet or literature or whatnot. I'm not too religious, so it doesn't really resonate with me, but I know there's some people that like that and appreciate that stuff. So some players are really into that, and that's totally cool. Here's one that took a while. I sent these out in June. Tigers pitcher Randy O'Neill. I've got his 86 Topps as well as his 87 Topps, and I kind of gave up on these and was kind of happy to with the surprise of them showing up this week. So, and I noticed a lot of other people also got ones from him this week, so he probably let them stack up for quite a while before knocking them all out. But yeah, happy to get these and add them to the collection, as Tigers are my favorite. Speaking of more Detroit teams, Tigers and Pistons I'm still loyal to. In Colorado, though, I am definitely an Avalanche fan these days, and if football, then I'll go with Broncos. But here we go with a basketball player who, he played for a bunch of teams, but for a little short period of time he was on the Pistons, and I wanted to get his Pistons card signed. Adrian Dantley. He does charge $10 per signature, but he is Hall of Fame, and it is definitely well worth it in my opinion. So happy to get Adrian Dantley on these 2 old Fleer cards. Next up is Gorman. Sorry about that. We've got Gorman Thomas. We got his 1974 Topps. I believe that's his rookie, as well as his 1976 Topps when he was on the Brewers. Super nice guy. He charges $5 per signature, I believe. He also has his, which he likes to promote, and I don't know if I think it's either like barbecue sauce or hot sauce. He's got his Stormin sauce, which he wants to promote. I think he says like SC style Stormin sauce. He like wrote a little letter back to me as well, which is kind of cool. But he wants everybody to go check out his Stormin sauce. So check out his email and check out his, yeah, it's his email, and go look him up on the internet. Next up is a pitcher from the Tigers and the White Sox in the 70s. We've got Laren LeGros. I was kind of not sure if I was going to send his 1971 Topps rookie. It's one of those cards that has like two pictures on it, but it's such a dark card. I don't know where he would put his signature, but it looks like he's really good about finding like a spot on the card that where the signature will show up. Like he goes above his head on the 74 Topps and as well as the 78. Kind of just fits it in there where it's not like obstructing anything. I love it when players do that. I wish they all did that, but Laren LeGros, he's definitely really good at getting a signature in a good spot on the card. Next up is this guy's kind of he's a little bit he's got a bit of a personality, and he's definitely known for it. We got Bill Lee, a little Gonzo-ish, kind of Hunter S. Thompson-ish, from Vermont. I've noticed that, like, I don't know if he just hates the 81 Topps or he likes it, but he likes to do crazy stuff on it. He on this one wrote F off to whom it may concern, and then his signature. I don't know, but kind of cool. I also got a 76 Topps as well. On his envelope, he wrote, and I'm not sure, like, it says, thanks to Society and Solitude number 6, Hill Farmstead, Greensboro, Vermont, on the back of the envelope. So he definitely personalizes things and gives you a little bit more. Next up, we've got a hockey player from the late 80s, early 90s, Russ Courtnall. And he's got a brother who plays as well, and I think his brother signs. His brother's in Canada, but I think it's Jeff Courtnall. I don't know. I'd have to double check, but Russ is really good about getting cards back. I think he tends to want to sign 2 and then he keeps 1. I was looking back on the list of other people's returns, and it seems as though a lot of cards end up not making it back in the return route. I'm not sure if he just wants to do 2. So I'd probably, if you send 1 to him, I'd probably stick it to just 2. And hopefully you'll get both of them back. Next up we have, and I've got 4 cards from him. Oddly enough, I did not get one of him on the Colorado Rockies, but we got Kurt Manwaring. And these 2 as well, which are pretty cool. He finished his career on the Rockies, and he noticed that I was from Colorado as well, and wrote, an index, like an index card. Thank you. It was awesome to finish my career in Denver. Awesome sports city, and he signed it as well, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of above and beyond. I know a lot of people will ask players questions and they'll provide note cards and the players will answer the questions or sign them directly on that. I don't usually do that, so I don't typically get stuff like this, but he kind of went out of his way, which I thought was pretty cool. Next up, we've got, it seems like a lot of pitchers in this batch. In general, it seems like pitchers are really good about TTMing. We got Matt Young. He was a pitcher for the Seattle Mariners in the mid to late 80s and early 90s. And I got 3 cards of him. I've got his 86 Topps, 87 Topps, and his, is that 91 Upper Deck? I think it is. Yeah, probably. The Upper Deck cards all look the same to me, so I always get them confused. So Matt Young, pretty cool. Next up is, and I've got 4 from him, and this one took a while, and I know, like, I think he probably gets a lot of requests. He charges $10 each, and the person I'm talking about is Warren Moon, and I sent 4 to him, but mine I sent like a few months ago, and I'm guessing mine just got like shoved into the bottom of a box, and some ones that came later got done before mine, because I noticed that people were having a lot quicker turnarounds than I did, but I'm just happy to get them safely back. So we got 4 cards from Warren Moon, which I'm not as big of football, but there's certain players I know, like everybody knows Warren Moon. Hall of Famer, I think. Yeah, I think he put his Hall of Fame year on that as well, so definitely cool to get those from Mr. Moon. And then got another another pitcher from the 80s, Ted Power, which he also was on the Tigers for just like a minute, and I wanted to get him on the Tigers. Wanted to get a card of him on the Tigers signed. So I got 89 tops, got 86 tops, and 85 tops of him on the Reds signed. That was pretty cool. Here's another one. You can barely see his signature on the Stadium Club one, but it's like up above his shoulder. Kind of just gets lost, but got this one as well where you can see it a little bit better. But we got Darius Kasparaitis, cool player from the early 90s. But yeah, happy to get him as well. Here's one that's pretty cool. He actually added in a fourth card. I sent 3 cards to him. Greg Gagne. I've got his. This is his Topps Traded rookie, and this is actually a Tiffany. It's kind of glossy. You can like see it shining back at you. So pretty cool. I also got his 1984 Donruss rookie as well signed, and an 88 Fleer signed. And he added in a 1990 score that I did not send him. So he signed 4 for me, which is pretty cool. I think he charges a fee. I think it's like $5. Then next up, we got another basketball one. Tyrone Corbin. He's a big signer, big TTM guy. It seems like a lot of people are sending cards to Tyrone Corbin, and he's really responsive. So happy to get those from him. And then we get to Martin Brodeur, which he charges, I think, $10 for his signature. I was a little bummed, admittedly. He didn't put them back into. I usually send them with like a semi-rigid sleeve to just protect them from getting creased in the envelopes. And some players don't put them back in, and if they're dealing with a lot of cards, I can sort of understand it, but he didn't, and so all the corners on these all got dinged, unfortunately. But I may have to like resend him later, but just kind of upset that all the corners got messed up. But awesome, got 3 cards from him, which is pretty cool. And then probably my favorite thing of the favorite return of this last batches was Cecil Fielder. And I got 4 cards from him, and I think he charges $10. Got his rookie 1986 Topps. So really happy to get that, even though he's on the Blue Jays in that one, but I wanted his rookie. And then also got his 1990 Topps Traded card. Just always love that card. Super colorful, super cool. And then I got his, I think this is 1995 Upper Deck. Just love that picture of him. Great smile, great photo. Just looks great with the signature. And then lastly, and this is the one that I'm super happy about, I completed the chicken card. I got the chicken earlier. I think you probably saw it in one of my earlier videos, and now I got Cecil's autograph on it as well. So pretty cool and pretty happy. So that's my favorite card of this last batch of cards. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that video and saw something that you liked. If there's cards that you're sending out to other players right now that you've gotten back that are really cool that you think that I should send to you that may not be on my radar, let me know. Also, just leave a comment. Whenever I love getting comments, love responding to them, and love interacting. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.